Warning, this video may contain graphic content, such as sexual scenes, violence, gore, boobies, and the rest of the fun stuff. Please be over 18 to view this, and don't say we didn't warn you, little sinners.
Endlessly searching for an original sin.
Hey guys, welcome back to God, I'm Doing This. And apparently this game has made us feminist for some reason. That joke's not going away, by the way.
No, it's become a staple.
Kinda
That's
has.
the general.
So are we supposed to start a new game? Load up our old game?
I think, yeah, I think we start a new game because we only got the first 1 out of 6 endings, but I don't know what to do to get the other 5.
Oh, good. It started. What the fuck? Why does it start here again? Okay. I guess we're starting here?
I think it's because you started Yale's story instead of starting Liam's story.
Oh. Do you want to be the lecturer or should I?
Yeah, fucking go for it, mate.
Okay, class, settle down. Now that we've covered the majority of today's content, we'll be entering the lightning round. Failure to answer a question in the lightning round will result in immediate failure of this course. Yale.
What the fuck?
Did He-Man fuck She-Ra? What the fuck am I staring at?
Fucking... At least it looks better than the new Thundercats cartoon.
Fuck am I staring at? Yes?
Yeah.
You wanna take over, Yale?
Nah, it's just coughing a bit.
Oh, I thought you were doing the line. Yeah?
Nah.
What is the square coefficient of a what the fuck am I reading? What is the square
Ligated polypeptide. I don't know what that is.
coefficient? No, fuck this. I'm done. Can you repeat the question? I said, what is the square fuck you? Well, it's... Why do they always do that? Oh, that bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's not a normal pose. You do like...
You do understand that when women are doing that, it's usually to cover themselves, not because they're in... What? Oh, I could have been taking a nap right now.
I'm under the impression like he was sitting down, so why is he's covering up his crotch too?
Dude, we'll buy you a hooker. No, we won't. No, we won't. We can't even make that joke anymore. Damn it. We can't make that joke anymore.
Yeah, it's because we're part of feminist frequency. That's why.
Oh, yeah. We'll buy you a free... Or no. We will help inspire and financially support a free and powerful woman.
Yeah.
I tried. Wait a minute. Why the hell am I a girl? And why on earth am I wearing... Answer the question or you fail, Yale. Well, isn't the fact I'm suddenly a girl more important than answering some silly question? It isn't important at all. The only important thing is the question. Now answer or you fail. I'm so confused. I don't understand what's going on. Time's up, Yale. You fail university. Fuck this place. No! I can't fail. This isn't fair. Can't I at least try another question? Nope. You only get one shot in the lightning round. Now get out of this class. Alright, fuck this. No, this can't be happening.
No,
they can't actually do that to you.
She just flunked one out of one for a single question.
No, you can't, because they pay way too much money. This can't be happening. You get to be male, Yale.
Oh!
There we go. I forgot that's what he looks like.
Yeah, he reminds me of somebody, but I'm not entirely sure who. No. What voice do I give him?
Give me your normal voice.
Fuck that. One day I was up with that dream. I was a girl with massive boobs and I was wearing the world's most ridiculous outfit? Question mark. Damn, this is the last time I stay up till 3 a.m. reading that Valkyrie webcomic. Oh, he's a weeaboo.
Of course he is.
Nice. Never doing that again.
My name is Yell, and I'm 19 years old. I'm a university student, and apart from the crazy dreams, I'm a pretty average guy. I'm currently in my first year of university, and I'm studying for a science degree. I'm also single, and that kinda sucks, but overall, things in my life are pretty good.
Well, we'll get head to class, no point in overthinking that dream any longer.
Oh yeah, I did end up showing this to Bosco.
Oh no.
His response is I swear I can go get the IM to prove it. How to fuck this on Steam but I not have game by now? And I looked at that and I started laughing and I go, do you want a game like this? And he goes, no, I know how to color. Shots fired. It's 9 a.m., so we'll be beginning today's lecture. We'll be focusing today's lecture on the role of ribosomes. Whatever. I've given up. You broke me already.
Okay, actually, before you continue, I like the spreadsheet sheet on the board.
Science.
Step 1, mix your stuff up. Set stuff up. Try things out. Write down results.
I mean...
Yes.
That's...
Science.
It's kind of science. That is kind of science.
Maybe not the make stuff up part, but the other 3 things are.
Well, I mean, to be fair, until they're all proven reality or fake, you know, works or doesn't work, it's all kind of made up. I mean, we could go into the whole thing about imaginary numbers and stuff.
Yeah, but if you look at it, it's called Generic Slideshow, and it's also called Mad Science 101 with Mr. Anders.
See, I can give them points for something like that. That's actually funny.
Yeah. Like title slide, and then it is just a lecture of how to make stuff up. That's actually pretty funny.
I've seen college professors do that kind of thing. On the subject I'm studying this year is biochemistry. It's not a particularly difficult class, but the amount of homework we get is insane. It's biochemistry, of course. I'm not exactly the best at keeping on top of my assignments. Oh well, I'm still managing to pass everything, and that's all that matters. And that concludes today's lecture. Make sure you do module questions 3 through 7 tonight, as I'll be quizzing you on the answers in our next lecture. Failing to answer a question will result in a 1% demerit. Thank you. I've gone retarded from the first part of this. From your final grade. That'll be all. That's still rough, but not that rough.
Yeah, 1%. I think that's paid. Like, depending on... Like some classes are like 50 to 60 to like 80% of your final grade, so that, yeah.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
Depending on your major and all that.
That lecture was quite possibly the most boring thing I'd ever sat through. I actually preferred the dream lecture I'd had this morning because at least that had been eventful. Remember guys, playing this game makes you a feminist. Yes, I'm still never giving that stupid fucking comment up because if you haven't seen it, it's about 2 episodes ago and I still can't understand it.
I think it's just because I made that joke about us being part of Feminist Greek and he actually believed it.
Oh my god, that or the one where I said I'm offended by this and it was so obviously a joke.
Like, we are the best and worst influencers in the world, you and me.
Should we let them in on the secret so that people won't continue to think we're feminists?
Yeah.
We are acting! This is us overacting on our reactions. Congratulations, we had to ruin the joke because of one retard.
Yeah.
Also, apparently, also we're feminists.
Yeah. Feminism.
Shoot it with a
stick.
stick.
That was awful. I even have homework too. Don't know why I'm getting flint for all of them. Gosh. Well, I guess such a waste of time. It's not like that stuff will be in the final exam anyway. It's just an excuse to make us show up for class. Oh well, at least that's all for today's lectures out of the way. I've just got to make it through work this afternoon and I'm home free. Yeah, work. That's always fun.
Yeah, considering one of
He's
your
got an
bosses is a
Irish.
fucking sociopath. One of my mandatory subjects this year is workplace studies, and it requires students to spend one afternoon a week in the workforce. That's not bad at all, Jesus.
Yeah.
We're meant to do that for the entirety of our course in order to get a feel for the working world. That's a really good idea. Do more than 1 day a week, you little shit.
And he also gets paid for it.
Yeah, that's not usually a thing either. We get paid minimum wage, and we mostly have to do entry-level jobs. It's a massive pain in the ass. Actually, it's not, because if you think about it, if they like you enough, they will offer you a position.
Yeah, it's like, of course you're getting entry-level stuff. You're a fucking intern, mate.
You're literally getting paid more than I think normal interns get. For the past few weeks, I've been spending every Tuesday and Thursday working at Abaddon Laboratories, a scientific research firm located at the university campus. So he's spending 2 days a week instead of 1 day a week.
Yeah.
This is an entitled little shit, isn't it?
Yep, probably.
It's a research lab owned by some big drug company or something. They worked out a deal with the university to let them build their lab here on condition they take on student trainees every semester. And guess who was the lucky student that was chosen to work with them this semester? Mostly they make me do grunt work when I'm there, like cleaning benches or putting away unused equipment. I don't even get to touch any of the computers. It's like they think I'm an idiot or something.
Because you are, mate.
I'm about to say, we've played this game, we know what you are. Just in case, by the way. At least I'm getting paid.
This dude is all over the place.
Like usual,
I don't like it, but I like it.
He likes it, he's complaining because he can complain is what he's doing. Like usual, I made my way across campus to the lab. Oh god, this game really did make me retarded.
I think it's the colors and the art, really.
It does hurt to look at, but I think the thing earlier with the dream killed me. I took my time getting there because I wasn't in any particular hurry to start working.
The one that you're still getting paid minimum wage.
I completely forgot what he looked like as a dude.
Yeah. Fuck, what voice did I give him?
I would say just give him your normal voice because he ain't gonna be around much.
There you are, you're late.
Let me take over you.
If you want to.
Yell's face. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
The true cocksucker. You've been laying an awful lot recently.
You know you can get fired, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I would can his ass right there for that attitude.
Yeah. Don't allow it again, okay?
Yeah, it won't. My supervisor is a tall guy called Liam. He's doing research on a bunch of diseases or something, but I'm not really sure what he's doing. He could be researching male pattern baldness for all I know. I've been tuning out a lot. It's the background.
He really is a terrible fucking student, isn't he?
Yeah, this is not somebody that should be working in a lab.
This is not somebody who should be fucking like studying bioscience.
Yeah, you would think
Or
an actual
chemistry,
biochemistry student would be really excited to be working in a biochemistry lab.
Yeah.
All I care is that I have to do this job for my degree and that I'm getting paid for it. The fine details of everything else doesn't matter to me. Like usual, I settled into my regular work schedule, labeling test tubes, pushing buttons on machines, nothing overly complicated. People would ask me to do something and then I'd do it. Simple as that. So you don't have a bad job at all. It was incredibly boring and I absolutely hated every single second of it. I tried to do as little work as possible so I didn't go insane from it all.
Do we even need to poke holes in how stupid this cunt is, or just continue?
I mean, isn't he the one by the end of the first playthrough we were actually rooting for?
Yeah, he ended up becoming sort of a cool character, but like this is really...
I hate this character.
This is how you get kicked off of a job,
This is how
man.
you get kicked out of a job, how you get kicked out of your school. This is how you get kicked out of a lot of places. And kicked in the nuts. I was cleaning up some beakers when I was approached by Liam again. For whatever reason, everyone around me had started working really frantically, and they all had a determined look on their faces. It looked like I wasn't going to be able to coast today after all.
You come here for a moment.
Yeah.
I need you to weigh out some of these tubes and then load them onto the centrifuge for me.
Oh yeah, the centrifuge, not this again.
Yeah. You need to make sure that both sides of the centrifuge have the exact same amount of weight on them, so you'll have to add a tube full of water to balance them out. Use the scales and let me know when you're finished so I can check over them before I start the machine. Don't know why I'm giving you this really dumb voice. You got all that?
Yeah, I think so.
Fact, if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask
Take
someone.
notes, you little shit. Great, more boring stuff to do. It sucked that I kept being given all these useless jobs, but I guess it was to be expected. I wasn't an actual employee, I was just a kid here on work experience. You're literally doing a non-useless job, you little shit! You will never work in a lab! Guess what working in a lab mostly is?
This.
Yeah, basically. This isn't exactly an important job or anything. Should I really bother putting any effort into this? Give me a fucking choice on this one. It's not like they'll care whether I do a good job or anything. If you only saw my face right now.
I'm pretty sure this is the exact same attitude the people working at Chernobyl had before it melted.
What was it? Wasn't it a break in the wall that caused it? Or something? Like a failure in one of the walls or something?
I heard something, it's like one of those things, something about like the workers not really paying too much attention to all of it, so it ended up overheating and all that.
I'm kind of tempted to not even bother with this. Oh. Oh, there'd be a baseball bat to his head. Oh! Oh, you give me a choice game.
Oh, I can barely read those.
Tune out and half-ass your work or focus on the task at hand. So which one should we do?
See, this is why I'm glad you're safe, because I've never played Yale's story, so I actually don't know what happens when either one would turn out. I mean, yeah, the explosion's gonna happen, but I don't know what happens when
Well, the last
either
time,
one of these two
if
choices.
you paid enough attention with the first one, he half-assed it, remember? So
Yeah,
I'm wondering
why
if we
not?
can get a quick ending if we do this.
Yeah, we can try anyway. We did save.
Actually, I'd better do this properly. This job might be boring, but I am getting paid to work here. It'd be really shitty if I got fired and had to do my work experience courses again next year. Who knows where this stupid university would end up sending me? Right the fuck home. I could end up working at a farm or something equally awful. Fuck you! Working at a farm is not that bad.
Well, if he has allergies and shit.
Oh yeah, well no, that's different. He just looks like an entitled little shit. Yeah, let's do this. Despite my best intentions,
also
things didn't
realized-
work out that way. After a few minutes of weighing out test tubes, I got really, really bored. So is this kid ADHD? No, he'd be running around if he was. So I loaded up some music on my phone and listened to it while I worked. You know, you can measure stuff and be listening to music. Why would that distract him?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
That wouldn't distract. Usually that
No,
makes
yeah.
you focus more.
Yeah, I mean, we even get to listen to radio out of work, so I don't know where he's coming from.
That's
when
really weird. My music was pretty distracting. Then that's your fault. And I spent a fair bit of time shuffling through my song library instead of paying attention. Totally wouldn't be me. Okay, maybe. But I was getting everything done. I was a bit worried I might have screwed up some of my measurements, but I managed to get everything weighed out and loaded into the centrifuge by the time Liam got back. You know you could do a quick test with the centrifuge to make sure it's on balance, right?
He doesn't know that, of course. Sorry it took so long, Gale. Is the work finished? You fucking talk like that.
Yeah. I did that ages ago.
Good, just give me a second to check it. Yeah, it seems fine to me. There's an even number of tubes on each side of the centrifuge, and it's not showing any balancing errors.
So it's an electrical one. So that's the question. How did they? If it would have told them when it started up that there was a balancing error, why was there still a balancing error?
I mean, because otherwise the plot wouldn't
I was
happen.
hoping we'd get to a quick ending, where everything just worked out.
Looks like we're finally ready to mix the reagents. Sorry. Good work, Gale.
Yay! I got praised.
Yeah, baby. You're free to have a short break if you'd like. Just be back here in 20 minutes. That's an awful long break, even for a short one.
Yeah, because we usually short breaks around here are usually 15 minutes, I think.
Yeah, 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
well.
be back in time.
It's probably around lunchtime, maybe. Well, if you weren't the last. Well, you weren't last time. Sorry. Just keep an eye on your watch, okay? We still have a lot of work to do today. Freaking Liam talks like a robot.
Don't worry, I'll remember.
No. Well, okay then. I trust you this time. I'll trust you this time. Get it.
I packed up my stuff and got ready to go outside. I figured I'd go. Hold on. I had something in my eye. Sit under a tree or something for half an hour. That's more than 20 minutes, you little shit. Maybe I'd play some more games on my phone. They didn't need me here, and I don't think Liam really cared all that much about me taking long lunch breaks. He does if the boss is around. Also, if it's a lunch break, you do actually get 30 minutes.
Yeah, not 20. So, yeah, I don't really know.
As I left the lab, I
he
heard a
almost said 20.
whirr of the centrifuge starting up behind me. It was a big machine that made a lot of noise, and it had given me a headache on numerous occasions in the past. Like usual, the machine rapidly became louder and louder, and the sound of everyone working in the lab was completely drowned out by its monstrous whirling noises. For some reason, the machine sounded even louder today. I could already feel my ears hurt, and I was halfway out of the lab. I was glad I wasn't standing next to it right now. That's a really weird one then. As I reached for the exit door, I heard someone yelling at the top of their lungs. "Everyone get down!" And then, all of a sudden, there was a loud crash. Speaking of Chernobyl. And then there was an explosion, and everyone died. A huge wave of smoke completely engulfed me, covering my body and blocking my vision.
Oh no. It's happening.
You fucking fetish people. A few seconds later, I felt this incredibly strange sensation in my stomach. It was like my body was on fire, and I was getting stronger. Oh, and it was getting stronger. I was going to say, you going Super Saiyan, man? With every passing second. I would think it would actually really hurt for your bones and stuff to reform and stuff.
And remember, this was done via a gas.
Which means everybody in the area of the university is infected. This is how zombie apocalypse is starting, damn it. Ow.
Yeah, this is why I know the other game is better, because the plot explains it a bit better.
We'll be doing that one too eventually. The burning sensation ramped up in intensity and spread throughout the rest of my body. Every part of my body hurt, but my crotch and my chest were hurting the most. It felt like I was on fire down there, and my chest was aching like crazy. Shut up. You know, I could read that for God knows how many mature games, and it still just makes my eyes roll whenever I see it in this kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's like, it feels like there was a fire down there. Yeah, that's called crap.
The gas gave me crap. Shit, it wasn't a transformation one. And there was a huge buildup of pressure forming inside my chest. Like there was something inside of me trying to push itself outwards. That would hurt. I want to screen cap this and torture Bosco with it. Oh my god, I can't. Oh my god, I can't! What happens if I press this? Nope, never mind. And the pain didn't stop there. My crotch began to hurt more and more, and I began to feel the strangest feeling. It was the opposite sensation to what I was experiencing in my chest, as if parts of my body were being sucked inwards rather than being pushed out. Every man in the audience just grabbed their crotch, didn't they?
No, you see, had that simultaneous cringe. Like that always happens when women tell them the stories about how they were fooling around with a guy and then the dick broke.
Oh!
No, don't tell us those stories. Don't tell us those
My
stories.
nipples also began throbbing it with pain, and the pressure in my chest began to slowly subside as I felt my chest push outwards. Once again, fucking ow. My waist was...
We're mature adults.
My waist stretched and pushed outwards as well, and my rib cage hurt like hell. Okay, are they trying to say that the hips were forming larger? Because there are women with smaller hips. Granted, I've got big hips myself, but I mean, oh my god, he'd be on the ground in screaming pain if his body is doing that. Let's be realistic. That's gonna hurt.
You're like half Latina too, aren't you? You're like half Latina too. This dude's a white cis male scum.
The pain was worse than anything I'd experienced, and I couldn't even run away. Wouldn't you be screaming? I was immobilized. The pain was so intense that I could barely bring myself to stand up, let alone move myself to someplace safe where I wouldn't be affected by this weird body-changing smoke. After what felt like an hour of agonizing pain, it finally began to dissipate. As I regained control of my body, I leaned forward to catch my breath, but as I did so, my hair draped over my face. Okay, I still have a fucking question about the hair, but I'm not gonna ask it because they don't understand genetics.
But at least it's not turning green and or red or any other stupid rainbow color.
Red hair's a thing, but...
Yeah, but green?
That's not a thing.
No.
Genetically, that's not even a thing. You would... I don't even know how you would fuck with genetics to get that. Which was weird. Because my hair was normally short. Had the explosion made my hair longer?
See, if there was an explosion that followed, it would maybe have like burned it off.
That would have been funnier.
You know?
But upon closer inspection, it became clear that my hair wasn't the only thing that had changed.
What the hell? Why is my voice so high? And why are my hands so small?
That's right. We have nice, delicate little hands.
They almost look like girl hands.
I know girls with big, meaty hands. Go meet a Scottish broad.
Huh. I'm gonna look down my pants now.
The quick look confirmed the obvious was gone. Okay, I'm not a guy, but I've got to ask this. Wouldn't you guys feel it if your dick was missing? Because I imagine as you're sitting down or moving, you feel that.
Yeah, I mean, technically it is. So it's not really a muscle per se. Technically it is, but it's a lump of flesh. Yeah, it's a lump of stretchy flesh that gets filled with blood.
Well, it's like a...
It's like, imagine if you're sitting, then all of a sudden, like, your tongue goes numb.
Yeah, you're gonna feel it. You don't even have to check, you're gonna know your dick's missing. For some ridiculous reason, that explosion had turned...
Or instead of doing it like he's doing, you can just do it. You could reach in and feel it through your pocket instead of like looking there like it's standing there like a fucking sexual deviant.
This guy maybe never even seen a dick before.
That scares me on several levels.
For some ridiculous reason, that explosion had turned me into a girl. Holy crap! Ooh, boobs, boobs. I'm a girl, but...
Did he just grow in size when he was changing poses?
Why? I don't get it. This didn't make any Oh, wrong voice. I didn't get it. This didn't make any sense at all. That was an explosion, a big, loud explosion with lots of smoke that demolished half the lab. That's more than fucking smoke and you killed a bunch of people. That wasn't established in the last one. Oh my god, we murdered a whole mess of people. Just so that the sociopath... Okay, the sociopath has turned into a psychopath. It should have killed or wounded me, but it caused my gender to spontaneously switch. I think we've established way before that they don't understand how science works. There is some scientists watching these videos going, just losing their shit, and God, I hope they comment eventually. What the hell is going on?
I mean, Scotch Bunny is like a scientist, I think.
Yeah, but he
Scotch
specializes
Bunny, even though he's a
in AI programming and robotics.
Yeah,
okay, Scotch Bunny, if you're watching this, you are now our resident scientist. Please let us know in the comment section if this is how science works. Oh, you know this is going to be a good response.
Just don't use any of that Swedish science on us. It won't work.
Oh, I forgot he's Swedish, which makes it funnier considering what his hobby is.
The joke is he's
Oh, is he?
not.
Well, isn't he from one of those countries?
Oh
shit, he's one of you!
Listen.
Oh good, now I pissed off one of the people who does art for me.
Yeah, I just keep calling him Swedish because it takes him off.
Well, to be fair, I don't know what the fuck the difference between you guys are.
Oh, that's a whole different can of
section
worms
is
we're
gonna
getting
be
into.
beautiful. Hi to all my Swedish fans, and hello to all my Denmark fans.
It's
What do we call you guys?
lit.
Danes? Danish? Pastries?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll call
Both.
you pastries. What the hell is going on? I had turned into a cute girl. I forgot to turn the music all the way down. I turned into a cute girl with long brown hair and a big pair of boobs. Didn't you have smaller ones originally and then they made it bigger?
I mean, I believe they were like B or C cup before Dayne came to him and like forcibly changed them into G's.
My body?
Also, I will say, like, I like the fact that they've managed to actually do the hair so it's not going over the eyes or inside
I mean, you kind
the
of
eye.
got the little bit of the eyebrow, but it's actually a little better on it than the first one. And you can see they're starting to learn shading and stuff, so it's a little better.
One thing you can't get over is the fact that, like, if you look at his neck, it looks like he has a massive like lump of fat right under his neck or some shit.
I mean, they always do that. I had
him.
turned into a cute girl with long brown hair and a big pair of boobs on my chest. No shit. My body had become physically smaller, and I had a big curvy waist with super smooth skin. On top of all of that, I was barely fitting in my clothes anymore. Okay, if you're going from a guy to a chick, though, wouldn't the clothes be a bit bigger on him now?
Yeah, but I also repeat the question from last video. Is this the point and this description? Is this when I'm supposed to be fapping? Because
I could put this on Pornhub, and I don't think they'd be fapping to this. I'm kind of tempted to do that now.
Yeah, like is this description supposed to get me all riled up or something? Because it's not.
It's a really good question.
It's actually making me quite flaccid.
It didn't make sense. I was feeling pretty freaked out and embarrassed. No, I'd be freaked out and trying to kill someone. I was meant to be a guy, not some cute brunette. If you think you're cute, you got some issues, buddy, because you're not that cute.
Well, I mean, compared to...
The two sociopaths?
Yeah, the fucking cat girl freaks and...
I needed to undo this as soon as possible. I decided that I should find Liam and Derek. Oh my god, that was his name. I fucking forgot his name.
That's because Dayne has such a weird name. Like, I usually call him Dino or Diva or some shit.
We should just keep messing up the name because it's funny. As they were the two head researchers here. Surely they would know what had happened in that blast and know a way to change me back to normal. Is it sad I'd laugh my ass off if this is the only run-through where they were actually killed by the blast? It would.
That'd be nice. probably
I mean,
won't,
they were
but it'd be cool.
scientists, right? They had to know how to fix this. I tried to walk back into the lab to demand an explanation, but this proved more difficult than I had initially anticipated. My shape had changed. You don't understand how the human body works! There's not that much of a difference physically than a woman and a male. If we're talking...
No, but like if you're used to being taller and maybe weigh a bit more, now you're scrawny and skinny. Of course, it's gonna be like wobbling
Yeah,
a
but
bit.
my shape had changed dramatically, and my sense of balance was completely different. I had difficulty even walking a few steps without losing my balance and having to grab onto something to steady myself. Are you sure that's just not the effects of the gas? You think that walking like a girl would... Fuck you!
Noxious food.
I love how each new line we get just makes me angrier and angrier. You'd think that walking like a girl would be easy, but the suddenly changes in the center of gravity had really thrown me. Walking back to the lab was almost a nightmare. Okay, I get you don't have the dick anymore, so that might throw you off a little. But unless you're trying to do that whole huge hip swivel thing that girls do, that some girls do, that like they'll over dramatize it, there's really not that much of a difference. Am I missing something with how a guy and a girl walk?
I don't know. I mean,
But when I finally entered the lab, I noticed that I wasn't alone in my ordeal. Everybody else wanted to fucking kill them. All the people
Yay.
who had been men just moments before had transformed into voluptuous women. Not a single person was left unaffected. So that means, one, you didn't hire any women to work in this lab, which is sexist. And let's be frank here, that's not even feminism. That actually is sexism. And that lab would not legally be able to do that, at least in America. And two, if you did have women in that lab, do they turn super women? Or do they turn snoo-snoo women? Or do they just turn into men? Because if you're going to fuck with genetics, that's a very valid question.
yeah, because what he did was basically just insert an extra X chromosome into a Y chromosome. If I
You'd make the
remember
most
correctly.
nightmarish woman possible if you did that to a woman. Think about it.
Just a bunch of Amazonians walking about like She-Hulk over here.
Futurama would become real.
And, oh, I'm your
Snoo-snoo.
She-Hulks.
No!
Yeah. Speaking of Amazons, fucking Bree was like basically an Amazon. Like,
Yeah.
He's fucking tall as hell.
One of the girls was really short, but had an enormous pair of breasts that were way out of proportion with the rest of her body.
Dan.
Good, she can enjoy the back pain.
Yes. Fucking Dan is the best fucking creature.
Why do you like Dan so much?
I love Dan. Because his design is so fucking stupid.
It's like they took Suka's design and fucked it up entirely.
No, but like, if I remember correctly, Dan used to be like at least as tall, if not taller than Liam,
Yeah,
and now
okay,
he's just shrunk into this
that's
5'9".
That's true, so that's the
thing,
other
no.
question. What the fuck happened? What? You have to have something to do with, like, the extra part you've removed for the height. I don't...
Yeah, but that went into her
Apparently, now her
tits.
tits are made of bones. She's a fucking mutant, an X-Men now. She has the power of bone titties. Please, no one draw fan art of bone titties. Draw fan art of bone titties. Let's make bone titties a superhero.
Wouldn't that just be like Rule 34 of Spike? I think his name is, like the dude who could like super dense his hair.
Maybe,
bones
but
or
I
some
now
shit, like-
demand that I want to see bone titties become a thing. I really want to see the fan art of bone titties. Please make fan art of bone titties, and I will feature it on the Be Right Back, which we're doing right now. Be Right Back screens for streams will now have fan art. You
Honestly.
can thank Moko for that, so send fan art.
Somebody should actually draw like what's his name from Dark Souls, Gravelord Nito, just as a woman. Like he shows a bunch of skeletons on top of each other. Just imagine
do
that
it,
with
someone
with
do it. Make
boobs.
bone titties real. And another girl was short and cute, but had bright green, unnatural hair that didn't look anything like normal hair should.
Thank you. At least you said it.
I can't really argue with him on that one. This was not good. Congratulations, I believe you get the award for the smartest fucking character in this game. Everyone was panicking like crazy, myself included. But after a few moments of absolute chaos, one of the girls stood up and tried to restore order to the situation.
One of
Yeah,
the
one of the
ghouls. Yeah. Everyone calm down! I forgot what voice I used to give myself. Man, my voice sounds high-pitched when I'm yelling. Anyway, we all need to take a deep breath and
Calm your
calm
titties.
down. I think this is the voice.
Yeah, that
I
was the
think
one you
this is the
originally
voice,
used,
I'm
and then
not
you just
entirely
kept
sure.
fucking off and using different voices. Hi, honey.
Yeah. Hey, something really freaking weird just happened. I think it was to do with the centrifuge, but I have no idea where that explosion came from or why our gender suddenly switched.
You okay?
He's not good. He's not good at using
No.
commas, is he? Oh, there's one. Whatever happened, we need to settle down and figure out what caused this. Screaming and running around won't help
Hello.
anything.
Judging by her clothing, I guess this mysterious girl was Liam, but I couldn't quite be sure. Apart from the clothes being being the same, her new form was completely unrecognizable. Oh god, the eyes.
Oh no, I forgot the eyes. Is anyone hurt? Apart from the gender swap, I mean?
I was trying to transition, you just made my job easier.
I'm still struggling to figure out what exactly caused this explosion, but I'm pretty confident it's something to do with the broken centrifuge dish flying out and hitting the ventilation shaft.
And Moko's dead. Moko, just use a different voice, damn it.
It's not the voice, it's because he doesn't
Then
put
you
commas
put the
in his
commas there
sentences.
mentally. Look, he put one comma. He put one comma.
I only have that much air in my fucking... Yeah,
That's all you need, right?
Nah, depending on how long the sentence is, I know it's like at least one per paragraph at least. But as to why that caused an explosion is anyone's guess. Yeah. Meow.
I was
started
yawning.
mewing. Stop it. No, I was mewing.
Alright, you guys probably have no
You're the
idea
dick
who I
that
am.
did this to us.
I am Judge Cena.
If you hadn't guessed it already, it's me, Liam. I must admit, seeing me turning into someone like this is probably pretty hard to believe. But
I want
it's
my
really me,
dick
I
back.
promise.
Imagine if instead of this gas turning green, it's because it's actually body snatchers and they just got confused in all the smoke. I actually need to go watch Body
Jesus.
Snatchers here, that's a good movie.
Although, you probably do believe me, because it looks like everyone else has turned into
You're
a
a
chick
dick.
too. You are a
I just like being the one character in the background is just insulting the shit out of Liam and he's ignoring him.
Yeah, like the fucking janitor just going about his rounds like,
What
God
the fuck,
damn it,
dude?
dude.
How am I gonna explain this
Oh,
to my wife and
shit.
kids?
I used to be
Oh god,
scrubbing
nobody
janitor.
please. I already know somebody sent me Scruffy Rule 34 like him, or gender, what's the gender bend number? Okay, no, Rule
63.
63. Somebody needs a shot in the head for that one.
Anyways, I think we should survey the area for any damage first, just in case there's a risk of another blast. If everything is safe, then we should probably reintroduce
Dude, you
ourselves.
destroyed half the lab, killed 15 people, and turned us into chicks. What the fuck?
I seriously don't know who any of you are.
You're a dick! You didn't know who we were when we were guys!
Our
The
priorities.
explosion had damaged quite a lot of equipment in the lab, and there was still some smoke lingering around. But luckily, the explosion hadn't caused any major structural damage to the building. Didn't they say before that it wiped? Same video, it said that it destroyed half this place, right?
Nah, it said destroyed half the lab, but that doesn't necessarily mean external damages in the building. It just means the lab, like the equipment in the lab has been broken and. Like,
But I want
glasses
to
are
believe
broken
they'd
and
killed
all
a bunch of
that
people. It'd be funnier that way.
Yeah, but that would require competent writing, and
But
we
that
all
kind of
know that's
explosion,
not gonna happen.
it would have done. It wasn't exactly ideal, but at least I didn't have to worry about... Are you okay? Okay.
Oh, yeah, just time
It
machine
wasn't
lace.
exactly ideal, but at least I didn't have to worry about the roof falling on me or anything. Look out, the roof is falling! God, that would be perfectly timed, and that would be shit I would write. It didn't look like there was going to be a second explosion either. The centrifuge was completely broken, and we were pretty sure that it was what had triggered the blast. Yeah, no, unless you turn the fucking thing back on, it's already broken.
I can't get over the fact that the whole centrifuge thing it looks like an asset taken directly.
I'm
from
not sure if
Google
that's the
SketchUp.
centrifuge or that's just background art.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a big giant machine with the blanket over it. I think that's supposed
Then I
to
don't
be
think
the
they
centrifuge.
understand what a centrifuge looks like. If that's going to be the if that ends up being the centrifuge, I'm going to be really pissed and walk away.
Yeah, because this looks like this is like a massive chair, like as in you're supposed to sit and or stand in, like some sort of like test tube or some shit, like you see in.
That's the
those
thing.
clone
Centrifuges
movies
aren't
and all
usually
that
that
stuff.
big. Quick, we have a scientist. Explain what centrifuges look like to the chat in the comment section. It appears that one of the giant spin discs from the centrifuge had flown out of it, casing. I can read. And when it hit the vent, it somehow exploded. They were still figuring out the details, but it appeared the area was safe for now. I thought that the exploding centrifuge might have been my fault, as I had just set it up moments before the explosion. It was your fault. But on the other hand, Liam had checked all of my work before starting the machine, and he said I'd set it up perfectly fine. So yeah, no, it's two idiots' fault. The centrifuge going haywire was probably due to an electrical fault or something. No, it wasn't. Tuning out while weighing out few test tubes shouldn't have caused something this catastrophic to happen. While everyone else surveyed the lab, I managed to find myself a pair of scissors. My fringe was way too long and it was driving me crazy, so I decided I should do something about it. Yeah, I actually would have done the same thing.
But then we don't get to become the emos.
We are much better.
No.
I think I might leave the rest of this length, though. Call me weird, but I'm beginning to kind of like the long hair. I can't
You could have had that was due to.
I can't exactly say that about the rest of my changes, though. Stupid boobs.
Random fucking thing.
That's the fucking tagline. That's gotta be the
Yes.
tagline for this
After everyone
stupid
double
boobs.
checked the lab to make sure there were no further explosions, we gathered in the middle of the lab and reintroduced ourselves. Should we end it there? Alright guys, we'll
Yeah,
meet
let's do
all of
that.
the new characters, or all of the normal characters again next time. Thank you for joining us.
This is a no-go. I just can't take